Yeah.
The gang them grew up in Pine. Couple of groupies that the gang them grew up in Pine. Couple of groupies that they with high no turbine while you slide. Your kindness is violent, your kindness suited up when I'm driving. Turn off the roof, turn off the skyline view when I'm riding. Got a skyline view when I'm riding.
Yo, what's poppin', man? Welcome back to Let's Talk Everything 414 podcast. Y'all already know who I am, man. I am the host, Colonel Slaughter. And you know, I had a little topic today, man. You know, I honestly had a topic. I wanted to speak on some things, and the things I wanted to speak about was why self-belief is so doubted in the hood. My background about loud. Oh yeah. Now, I don't know if y'all could hear the background or whatnot. They chopping down trees on my block. Oh yeah, you probably can. At the end of the day, gang, I'm like, damn, why self-belief is so hard for people in the hood? Why do it get hard for people in the hood to believe in themselves, gang? Shit, well, look around you. When you take a look at the shit around you, gang, you start recognizing, like, why people got a hard time believing in themselves in the hood, man. I'm talking about friends you grew up with, family members you grew up with. You'll notice that generation after generation, everybody having a hard time believing in themselves, right? So me personally, you know, I have to do my dive-ins and deep studies and researches on why. Definitely in the hood, because if you go outside the hood, everybody else, they believe in themselves. You know what I'm saying? They got a reason to believe in themselves. For the most part, a lot of our people, our minority people, they don't. So I'm like, damn, let me look at this up. I know other people's doing the studies, right? I know other cultures doing the studies. And if we ain't, something ain't right. Right? If we ain't, something ain't right. Let me see. And I'm like, damn, I was shocked by the results, gang. You know? Because I'm like, damn, look how less we motivate ourselves, right? Look how less we motivate ourselves. Look how quick we bring ourselves down. Look how quick we, quick to shun each other and talk about each other. I'm gonna pull the screen up though in a minute again. This go to I don't think I've seen this one. How Africans feel about African Americans. I mean, I don't know why they feel like how they feel, whatever they feel like. But at the end of the day, being, why belief is not normal in our hoods, like I said, we make it not normal, gang. I don't think we want to make anything that's cool normal. You know what I'm saying? Definitely in the hood. I don't think niggas in the hood live to make anything cool normal. You feel me? I don't think, like I said, even if you get you a job, right now today, you got niggas in the hood talking about you. You go get you a gig right now today, them niggas in the hood gonna talk about you. Yo, niggas definitely gonna be on there. They gonna talk about you. They gonna hop on your ass. Oh, this working ass nigga, this, you feel me? This check ass nigga, but at the end of the day, you doing what you got to do to feed your family. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what another man said. You doing what you got to do to feed your people. I mean, even from the heritage shit. Let me see, man. They got a lot of crazy shit, man. They got a lot of crazy. Let me.
Can demons read our minds?
Okay. Sometimes I think we think of them and we think of.
I know what this is right here, but let me double check again. Because I've been on the trip too, like, you know what I'm saying, fucking with these UFO documents and shit, listening to these people going missing, and I'm tripping off how they missing. Like, damn, how y'all ain't finding these motherfuckers, gang? Y'all finding everybody else. Y'all handling the war at top-notch speed, wiping motherfuckers out. Y'all bombing Iran, shit like that. Damn, Candace on, she said black people don't know how to resolve. Hold on, let me see what's up. I ain't seen this though. Dog, and she ain't lying. I gotta give her a round of applause. Black people do not know how to resolve conflict with each other, gang. Y'all can't tell me black people know how to resolve conflict with each other. Everything we do, it always involves in violence. It always involves in some dangerous ass shit, you know, amongst each other, violent ass actions amongst each other. That shit getting sick. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's so sick that, gang, we got to learn how to resolve these conflicts amongst each other, gang. Like, if we can't work with each other, what the fuck make y'all think somebody else gonna want to work with us? We can't even work with our own people. You know what I'm saying? We can't even work with ourselves, gang. Conflict resolution is number one in the black community. That's what I believe. I believe that's number one. You feel me? Candace Owen said something that hit the nail on the head, gang. I ain't gonna lie. Because black people do not know how to solve problems amongst each other, gang. We motherfucker rather shoot it out and kill each other. A motherfucker rather hate on each other. I'm talking about that's all day. You feel me? All day.
This is how you can uncover all the secrets of your family that no one ever.
A motherfucker, we'd rather bring each other down. A motherfucker plot to go kill another man.
Historical records. Uncover.
My mom always said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Cheers to that.
Mama Betty Jones.
The Johnson kickback, man. Shout out to real men who know how to get together, who know how to use their mind when they do get together. You feel me? They know how to get together and use their mind. Black men, they know how to get together and use their mind to create results, great results, positive results, influential results. You feel me? To show to the world, not to people who don't want to pay no attention to it, or not to you motherfuckers out there who fake and ain't got no business on the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shit anyway. Like, come on, man.
Guys, as we all know, I feel like we're all living in the age of social media. And one of the things that's kind of changed society because of that is how we deal with conflict, how we interact with each other. It's become popularized that people do things like ghosting each other, or like thinking, you know what, this person doesn't have the value in my life. When you suddenly just decide to just cut someone off and just never speak to them again, right? Mm-hmm. I think we all do it, but I also think that it's kind of been a detriment to us socially because it's kind of stopped us from learning how to speak to each other a little bit.
Hey, I gotta stop it right there. Even though we just started that, man, let me get a man a round of applause. What he just said made so much sense. Right now, people will ghost each other, gang. We ghost each other. I'm a goddamn witness. You know, I do it. I did it. I done it. I done ghost the shit out of motherfuckers. You know, instead of socializing with them and actually coming down to the bottom of why I probably don't want to deal with them no more. You know what I'm saying? Definitely in the black community, gang, we'll ghost each other, we'll dodge each other, we'll try not to even speak. You feel me? In the black community right now today, if a motherfucker owe you some money, they ain't even gonna talk to you, gang. You hear me? They gonna try their best to avoid. If they borrow some money from you, they gonna avoid you to the max. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with you. Ain't nobody gonna come fuck with you. Ain't nobody gonna want to get up with you. You hear me? It's crazy. But you know what he said, like, we can't resolve no problems. We can't resolve shit in the black community. That's the saddest thing. And then look, another thing is black niggas be scared to talk about it and chop it up about it. Niggas don't even want to sit down and talk about it and chop it up because it's too much ego that's built up behind these situations and problems in the black community. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's too much ego built to where now the nigga can't let his guard down. He can't let his ego down. So black people will never be able to resolve certain, you know, conflicts in the hood. Gang.
Work things out. And it doesn't have to be like relationships. I mean, I'm talking about friendships too, because nowadays we live in a time where you can see your friends from high school, college, whatever, whenever, friends in the league, and like you can check up on them without actually checking in on them, without actually seeing them.
Is everybody deserving of an explanation as to why, you know what I'm saying?
I think there's people in your life who, because I have a friend who's really, really good. Like I'll be driving on the road and I get a call. Yo, what's up, man? Hey, man, I'm just going down the list of people I haven't checked in on in a while. You're up. How you doing? And I'm like, dang, that's just so, there's something so heartwarming.
Hey, that is, you know what I'm saying? I got to give a round of applause to that because I know a few people who do that, you know? I know a few people who do that, good people. And they always make sure they do that. And when they do that, you feel me, that make you feel good. sometimes, you know, for some people, they might not feel good though, as you would feel about that call or about that person checking up on you. At the end of the day, I feel like some people, they'll neglect that. They feel like, well, and I'm one of the ones, I ain't gonna lie, I had these moments in my life. I feel like, yo, if you ain't calling me with nothing beneficial, then fuck that, I don't want to talk. You feel me? And that's one of the scariest things in life that a person can feel. And I've been, you know, behind both sides. So at the end of the day, they right.
Yeah.
Just knowing that someone is going out of their way to think of you.
Got it.
And to just like check in on you and see how you're doing.
Yeah.
Those are people who really are value adds to your life. They don't have to be in your physical space, but everyone needs to feel like they're being thought of, or if there's an issue between people, like, then everyone wants the chance to be understood.
There was
right. You know, because that right there, simply, that energy should be valued. You know what I'm saying? I understand. The energy should be valued. If somebody taking the time out their life to make sure you good, or they taking the time out their life to double check on you, gang, yeah, value that energy. Why not? Relationships is the most important thing outside of time on earth. You hear me? Relationships is the most important thing outside of time on earth. You don't know that, then that's probably why you got a lot of, you know, fucked up relationships, or that's probably why you got a lot of mishaps going on with the relationships that you got with people. But what he said made so much sense, gang. I can't lie to you. It makes so much sense, because even a call, like if people feel like they got a problem with somebody, and I know people like this right now today, they feel like they got an issue with you over something they got the issue about, right? You know what I'm saying? Now, and I always tell people this: you can't have an issue with somebody if they ain't got one with you, or if they don't know about the issue. You understand what I'm saying? How in the hell do you got a problem with somebody and they don't even know you got a problem with them? You understand what I'm saying? That shit just don't make sense. So to be able to pick up the phone, or to be able to ride through on a motherfucker, y'all know how it is in the black hood. We able to pull up. What up, gang? Where you at? I'm finna pull up on you. You know what it is to me, whatever niggas be saying right now. Like, I don't know what niggas be saying. I'm glad I don't, 'cause I don't follow them. But at the end of the day, like, nigga, you can do that. If you can be a man and say whatever you're gonna say, disrespectful or negative to another person who, you know, got the same life value as you, you know, then you can be a man and go ahead and square that off. And I think another thing too is, another thing people be thinking, just because they got a lot of money or something, niggas be thinking just because they pockets full of money, their life is valued more than others. No, nigga, that's just the way people been brainwashed, dumbass nigga. People been brainwashed so goofily that they, of course, automatically value the motherfucker with the money, and the whole time the motherfucker with the money don't know shit and they ain't got no good intentions for the people. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, make it make sense. But, you know, in retrospect, gang, like I said, it's motherfuckers out there who really call and check up on you. It's motherfuckers out there, and some of us, me, you, and everybody else out there, we done said fuck them. We done neglected they call. We ain't pick up when they call, all types of shit. So, you know, let's get back to this though, because this is short vid. But as it's a short vid, it's gonna be a short live. I ain't gonna be here forever. I got other shit I gotta attend to.
advocate here. What about the karma of the person being ghosted? Depending on what they've done, depending to the person that ghosted them. My mom always said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Cheers to Mama Betty Jones for that one. But, you know, certain people, they earn the right to be ghosted based off of their behavior. You know, there's two sides to every story. And I definitely think the more mature...
I like that. Let me go back. I like that.
If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Cheers to Mama Betty Jones for that one. But, you know, certain people, they earn the right to be ghosted based off of their behavior. You know, there's two sides to every story. And I definitely think the more mature, reasonable thing to do would be to reach out and explain and have a conversation.
No?
But, you know.
He said something, man. He had a point right there. Some people, for that fact, they do things that they got the right to be ghosted. They not owe any, explanation of why you ain't speaking with them. They ain't owe any explanation of why you ain't fucking with them. And it's a lot of y'all out there like that, gang. It's a lot of y'all out there. That's why me personally, anytime a motherfucker feel like they ever ghosted me, or, if that was ever the case in life, I ain't never was the type of nigga to feel ghosted. I love being alone. Because I can think better. I can think smoother. I'm sharper. I ain't got to focus on nobody else's worries or they mishaps, they shit throwing me off. I ain't got to pay attention to that bitch ass shit. You feel me? I ain't got to traumatize with nobody. So when I'm alone, you know, I work better and I'm more focused. Like you said, some people ain't worthy of you explaining yourself. Some people ain't worthy of that. A lot of y'all be out there explaining yourself to everybody. You trying to get them a story of why this and why that. When I first learned that, I was like, wait, so I don't gotta keep explaining myself to people. Wait, I don't gotta do this. If I would have known this, I would have been doing this a while ago. I would have been, you feel me, keeping it real funky with people. I would have been keeping motherfuckers nonchalant out of my motherfucking business. But like I said, so many people around you will make you think, yo, this the life you gotta live. You gotta, you know, you need them. You gotta. No, the hell you don't. That ain't true, gang. No, you don't. You can vibe by yourself. As long as you can get along by yourself, you'll be good. Simple as that. As long as you get along by yourself, you'll be good. So I peep what he's saying, and I like what he said. You know, because there's two sides to every story.
Oh, if depending on what that person does, it can either be seen as just a one-time thing, or where they just, you know, made a mistake, or it could be a character thing. And if it's a character thing, and you only can know that personally, then you know that it's not right, and it's not worth the conversation. It's, hey, you know what? You're not healthy for me, and I'm not going to be healthy for you, knowing that that's a part of your character. So,
and that's the truth, gang. You know, he need a round of applause for that, because a lot of people will try to judge you or they'll misunderstand you first and then judge you behind, you know, somebody they expect you to be, or behind things they expect you to do. And we ain't talking about relationship wise. We definitely ain't talking about boys and girls. We talking about relationship amongst humans, amongst people in general, male, female, no matter who you is. A lot of people, they'll try to change the character you is, and at the end of the day, they won't recognize the fact that they can't change who you are. They can only adapt. They can only move past you, or you know what I'm saying, deal with you and fuck with you in that fashion, in that order. But trying to change me, gang, ain't gonna work. Now, if you know you're dealing with a fucked up person as a friend, you feel me? You got a friend, y'all going out there, y'all making money together, and that nigga spending all the money, he even play you out the money, then bam, you already know what to do from there. Leave him alone. If this fit for you in a relationship, then you already know what to do. Why in the fuck is you still in a relationship? But in general, with relationships with your family, with your peers, with the co-workers, school buddies, you gotta recognize that you can't change nobody. You can't change nobody and expect them to act the way you want them to act. You gotta either adapt, you feel me, or you gotta lead. Like they say, if you want things to get to shaking in a way you want them to shake, then lead, be the leader. Be the motherfucker who set that example. And once you set that example, then you'll be able to pay attention around you if everybody else picking up off that example you set. If they're picking up off the example you set, then that tells you, yo, let me separate. That energy right there, I got to separate from. Simple as that.
So it's best for us to go our separate ways quietly and move on. You know, because I've ghosted people multiple times because I felt like they wouldn't even acknowledge what they had done.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know.
And sometimes that do happen. Most people don't acknowledge what they done. Most people don't acknowledge what they done. Definitely if you got a friend, you feel me, the friend done fucked you over. They not gonna acknowledge that because look, they already taken the relationship for granted. They already taking a relationship for granted. It's almost like a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. Now you get a motherfucker who done some bogus shit that ain't got a heart to change, nor a mind that's willing to change along with the heart. They gonna take everything that y'all talked about, everything that y'all, you know, fought for and put up. They're gonna take it for granted. Simple as that. You got a motherfucker though who's willing to change. They see their mistakes. They don't take criticism too hard. They understand because, you know, they probably wasn't taught. They probably didn't have nobody in their life trying to show them the way. Then yeah, you might get you a good buddy or a good friend or a good relationship partner or whatever the fuck, a good coworker, whatever the fuck you need them for at that moment, gang. You might got one. But like they said, man, you can't change nobody. They got to change themselves. And if you ain't being a leader, you ain't setting that down. You know what I'm saying? You ain't putting that pattern down, then shut it up. because you just the same.
For me to have to explain to you what you've done, knowing that you know what you did.
Right. You said I ghosted them knowing that they know what they did. And my response would be, well, how do you know that they know? Right?
I'm talking about the cases that you know the person well enough to have a good idea that they know what they've done. It's subjective.
Now, I understand what both of them saying, gang. He talking about the people who don't know. You know, some people get ghosted by mistake. Some people might fucked up by mistake. You understand what I'm saying? Some people might have done something by mistake. They ain't talking like, and now you gotta either let them know or you gotta let them go. I like that. You either let them know or you let them go. You feel me? Nowadays, in 2026, the way niggas is raised and the way bitches has been doing niggas, sorry for the language, these niggas don't give niggas no chance. The nigga might not know him better. He don't know no better. He ain't got nobody around him. You could tell he a flunky. You could tell whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You could tell this is first time getting his feet wet, gang. But these niggas, besides ghosting, they want to get him killed. All types of shit. Definitely in Milwaukee. I don't understand niggas. I never did. I ain't get that part. And that's why conflict amongst niggas will never be solvable. You hear me? I feel like it'll never be solvable. You know? I also feel like that's why belief is hard to come by. You know, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Belief is hard to come by in Milwaukee, not only just Milwaukee, but around the world, around the country, around the globe with black people in general, because shit, the conflicts that we can't resolve and the conflicts that we can't resolve, they allows us to build feelings and build these open doors and canvases and household types of models for the shit to live in. You understand what I'm saying? Like, dang, you wonder why you so mad when you wake up and you walk out the house. You wonder why you just can't live in the present moment and be happy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I used to be one of the motherfuckers, man. When I was young in my 20s and shit, I used to be like that. I used to wake up, I'm mad at the world. Why I ain't got nothing? Why I ain't got a blunt today? Why I ain't got a square? Why I ain't got, like, all that bitch bum shit, gang. And I had to recognize, like, man, you better start enjoying life and enjoy what you do got, nigga. And maybe you will be. Right? You understand? So, like he said, the ones that knew, I knew. You know, I knew when I was fucking up with my buddies or fucking up in relationships, not boyfriend and girlfriend relationships, but if I was talking about boyfriend and girlfriend relationships, yeah, I knew too in those particular, you know, situations. But amongst people I just met, my coworkers, people who was helping me, people who was giving me advice and guidance, you know, I knew. I ain't no dummy. I was paying attention, and you know, I may have not known at that moment that, yo, you just did some fucked up shit. I may knew that, hey, yo, it's slightly fun, but I didn't know like how deep the shit was, because now you got to know how deep the person will take it or how personal they'll take it. You know what I'm saying?
You know, you have your perspective that definitely makes sense. Yeah. And then I have my perspective that makes sense. And people have experiences that speak to your truth, and people have experiences that speak to my truth. So, you know, we can go back and forth and question it all day, but at the end of the day, it's about you and your comfort level. You know, if you're comfortable and you feel like that relationship is worth working out and having a conversation, do it.
And that's what's crazy too, because it's about your comfort level. Now, say if you the type that want to, say you got a good friend, gang, you knew a friend 5 years, y'all had a falling out over some bullshit, you feel me? You done took some money from them or slept with their partner, whatever the fucking case. Y'all know how black people always got them situations, and you want to work it out. You look at it as an easy, mere, small problem that you and a friend can work out, right? You know, you like, it's nothing. We can get over this. But the friend, on the other hand, like, bullshit, nigga, I ain't working none now. You hear me? You got me fucked up. Man, that's a ball game, man. That's a juggle. That's a juggle that you got to be up for, you know. And a lot of people don't be up for that, you know. And like he just said, man, people got their own opinions. What you feel or what you see and perceive, I might not feel and see and perceive. You understand what I'm saying? As you, as me. So, like, gang, it's the tipsy topsy world we on, and the tipsy topsy terms that we are given to, you know, respect each other off of, are sloppy by far. I ain't gonna lie. You know, we need to reconstruct these motherfucking terms and rules amongst our culture, gang, because look, I'm gonna tell you something, every other culture, they did that amongst themselves. They know how to handle problems. Look at the white people, how they handle problems in businesses. You get sued, you get fired, you feel me? You need a lawyer, you gotta come do this, everything is by paperwork. Black people, on the other hand, gang, we coming with guns, bullets, knives, and all types of shit. Like I told y'all though, man, it wasn't gonna be a long live. You know, and I said that and I meant that. Because I got things I gotta go take care of. You know, fuck you if you don't like it or what. But at the end of the day, I love you. You know, and y'all make sure y'all learn how to resolve conflicts out there, man. Because conflicts is a motherfucker. Nowadays, if you look around you, people getting in conflicts, people getting shot just because they had a little fender bender. People getting shot for skipping in line. People getting shot at the bar for bullshit, just looking. And the motherfucker thinking they mugging because the other black dude on some high ass drug, some super exotic drug he just paid for because he just did all this hustling for the money. You feel me? So he bought him some exotic and now he ready to kill a motherfucker. Any motherfucker who say anything, a motherfucker hold the door open for that nigga, he ready to shoot him. Like, come on, gang. What type of world? Anyway, I love y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all take care, stay safe. Stay out the way, gang. Stay to yourself. I am out, man.
Man, you bitch niggas better ante up or elevate. I need 6-figure money, won't hella bucks and hella cake. Fuck boy, I been on dummy, shooting hella ops, make them a day. If not him, then kill his mama, make him feel his wrath in the hell away. Hydro shock, put his eye into his chest, watch as they swim away. I don't stop shooting till you die in your last breath and then I skid away. This a hollow tip.